Dorothy was a waitress on the promenade. She worked the night shift. Dishwater blonde, tall and fine. She made a lot of tips. Oh yes, sir. Earlier, been talking stuff. Ain't about in the room. Finding the lover's space. I needed someone with a quick wit in mind. Dorothy was best. I ordered. Yeah, let me get a fruit cocktail. I ain't too hungry. Dorothy there. She said, sound like a real man to me. You wanna take a bath? Do you wanna? Man, I said, cool. But I'm in my pencil. Say, cause I'm kinda going someone. Sound like a real man to me. Mind if I turn on the radio? Oh, my favorite song, she said, and it was Joni singing. Think I'm falling in love again, she said. Never scolded, can't be as cute as you. George Parker was cool.
I don't know what to think. Mr. Christopher from Funkatopia does this funk radio station and then gives it away for free. Worst business plan ever. What is he thinking? I don't think he's thinking at all. Michael Bland is the only one of those two that has any common sense. Just ridiculous.
We're back.
Man, I didn't think you were really going to do it, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm like, oh, yeah, this. Oh, great. Oh, man.
See, what did I say? What did I tell you was going to happen? Look, even Joni reacted. She didn't even pay attention to it. She immediately did the vomit emoticon.
I hadn't even gotten to looking at the comments yet.
Oh my God. Welcome to Funkatopia WTF, y'all. I am your host, Mr. Christopher. This is my co-host, Mr. Michael Bland.
Yes. Whoa, boy. I'm sorry, man. I'm recovering.
Yeah, it's all right. In the face.
In the face.
We got to play it. Here we go.
Yeah. In the face, in Trump's face. Yes.
Yeah. See, yeah. Let me just say, we're just having fun. That's all there is to it.
All right, cool. We don't want to,
No, it's all good. It's all good.
We don't want the ball to land on the wrong side of the net.
No, of course not. Of course not. We have an amazing night tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, we had that little clip, that really, really cool clip of Prince playing Dorothy Parker, a little jazzed up version of it. I don't even know what show that was. I saw that on Twitter but I was like, man, that is really, really cool. I think that people will like it. So, and I was playing with this AI thing, and then, of course, Trump is obviously the immediate go-to because there's so much of his voice and his whatever mannerisms that are on there. And that's what AI does. You tell it what you want it to say, and then it takes it and it does it. And this is the one, I'm going to go ahead and play the one that I had first, and it was debating about whether to do the Trump one. Here was the other one that I had.
Sent the husband out to the strip club. Check. Put all the kids to bed. Check. Bottle of wine and a couple of gummies. Check. Mr. Christopher and Michael Bland. Check. Now it's time. Funkatopia live in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, in the face. Yes, Kim Kardashian. Yes. Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways,
in the face.
Yeah. Anyways, in the face. Yes. In the face.
In the face. Yes. What is wrong with us this week? See, we take 1 week off, but we lose our brains.
Yeah, it's been a little bit nuts. Man, we took last week off because just the reality of it was that we hadn't taken a Tuesday off in months. And we just needed to kind of regroup and kind of move our things together. And again, tonight is a very, very special night because we have the one and only incomparable Mike Scott.
That's right.
That's right. And this is really, really great to have him here. And if you've never got an opportunity to kind of look into some of his background, this dude's been around for a minute. We're going to talk about his career. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that's going on with him right now. And of course, it's going to be open to all you fine folks to push in your questions via the chat room. We'll make sure that if you have any questions, go ahead and get them in, and I'll make sure that I star them and put them off to the side. We'll make sure they get asked.
We still got the hotline too, right? We got the hotline. We got the phone.
We do have the hotline.
Right.
But the last 2 times that I opened the hotline, nobody called. So, and normally the only person who calls is Kurt from the Electric Vibe. He'll normally call.
I talked to him earlier today, so he might call, he might not call.
Yeah, so it's just like, and I know, look, you got. I think people get a little bit weird with the phone calls because they're just kind of like, I don't know if it's one thing to be keyboard brave. It's another thing to put your voice out there where, you can't autocorrect and, it's, no shit. He says, I'll call. Yeah, I know you will.
Yes, we know. Hey, I love hearing from Kurt. Kurt is hilarious to talk to, man. Well-read, knows his stuff. No, great guy.
Mm-hmm. So, again, tonight we have the amazing Mike Scott. And, one of the places that I love to go to try to dig deep in, did you ever go to prince.org when it was online?
Me?
Yes.
I went one time, and I was on a mission to just answer as many questions as possible because I saw so many people had so many, there's just a lot of misinformation out there.
Yeah, there is.
So I did for like 3 or 4 days. I just kept going back there and answering whatever questions anybody had. And they got sick of me, man. They didn't really want to hear the truth.
Well, here's the interesting thing. The interesting thing with prince.org is that, it's been insane. Everybody went there, even when Prince Prince was with us. This goes back. I don't know when Prince.org started, but it was in the 90s. And so it is literally a depository of people's talk and rumors and conjecture and all that. And it's so a lot of times if I get a guest on there, I'll go to the site just to kind of see what people may have been talking about, and then to kind of give me a little bit deeper dives. But Prince.org is gone.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's gone. I went onto the site. I've been trying to go on the site for the past week, and it's been gone. I had noticed on GoDaddy, I saw, and I brought this up last year, that on GoDaddy, it was Prince.org was for sale. They're trying to sell it for $900,000 on GoDaddy's domain auction right now.
Wow.
900,000. And if you try to go to Prince.org, it's down. It's gone. I mean, unless it's been up in the last couple of hours, it's gone. And sometimes there was some weirdness with their with going directly to the homepage. And so, but sometimes you can still go to like some of the sub pages. You can just, find a rogue page and on Google and do it and go in through the back end. It's all down. It's all gone. So I don't know if they're done with it. I mean, they're obviously trying to, he's trying to sell it, whoever the owner is. I know that at one point in time, Dwayne Tudor was a big part of this. He was actively involved in a lot of this stuff, but then he went over to kind of Prince Vault. And I know per Nielsen, I mean, Prince.org was pretty much just the fans gone haywire. That's what it is. That's what it was. Yeah. So, and that's one of the things you kind of, get into that mode and, but listen, we're getting to the point now where it's time for the show, but I do want to let you guys know, obviously tonight we have the amazing Mike Scott. Next week, you guys are ready, I hope. Next week, the one and only Jesse Johnson is going to be here. So Jesse Johnson will be here on Tuesday.
It must be Guitar Player Month.
Somebody else said.
We could round out the rest of the month if you needed to.
Yeah, there is. I mean,
we don't have.
We had what did we have? We had. Well, let's see. Who all did we have? I was trying to pull up Drive to kind of see who we've had. We've had Mono Neon. That's technically bass. I mean, that's guitar. We've had a lot of bass. We've had a lot of folks. I was going to look to see if but yeah, everybody says that we've kind of been very, very guitar heavy. But hey, that's fine.
Hey, have you interviewed Miko Weaver at all?
I have not.
All right. I mean, he's in retirement now. Maybe he's ready to just tell all the stories.
Yeah, I know that I've interviewed Miko Wave.
Yeah, I know that.
He's been amazing. He's been and to kind of get away from guitar, the week after that, we have the one and only Alan Bolio.
Okay,
Alan Bolio is going to be on
on
the 19th. So we got Jesse Johnson coming up next Tuesday, and then we got Alan Bolio coming up on the 19th, and we're going to talk about that much celebrated photographer, Alan Bolio. He's going to be on the show. We got lots of stories, man. It's just
Has he been on before?
Alan Bolio? No, but he does a lot of interviews. I mean, I've seen him on. I think I've seen him on every other show, except this one. But I'll ask some questions. Great. All right, we ready?
Yes.
We ready?
Come on with the Reverend.
Ladies and yeah, we got him. Yeah, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time.
That time.
We got the one and only Master of Ceremony. The one, the only, Mr. Mike Scott.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
What's
here
going on,
laughing
Mike
at y'all.
Scott?
Cutting up.
You ain't got no sense, man.
Y'all got me laughing over here.
All right, well, good. Well, that's a start. Yes, let's get into it, man.
What's up, guys?
Mike Scott, I've been looking at you I think I met you the first week you moved to Minneapolis, man.
You certainly did. I came to Bunker. They actually, Chance Howard and Todd Burrell we were there with that band Radiant from DC. And they said, this band y'all got to come see on Sunday. We rolled up in there, and it was you, mother. It was y'all.
You can swear on this podcast.
You know,
Jesse swears up a storm on here, man. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Look, it was all you mugs, man.
Yeah.
It was Stevie Cherwin. It was.
Oh boy, that was way back.
Oh man. You, Franze, Margaret.
Yep.
It was the whole crew.
Yeah.
Steve Cherwin, I said already. And so y'all, we walked in and y'all peeled my face off. And so when y'all took a break and they were like, I said, man, I want to sit in. And they were like, man, they don't let nobody sit in. I came straight to you, Mr. Bland.
Okay.
And I said, hey, man, Mike's got him in town. I'll sit in. And you remember what you said? Do you remember that? You probably don't, because I'm sure it's happened to me. You said, brother, if you feel that confident, come on up.
If you feeling confident.
You feel that confident, come on up. And man, y'all was just playing funk. So I was like, hell yeah. I got up there. I think I played two songs with y'all. He was there. Franze let me play his axe. And y'all was just peeling faces back. So I came back off the stage, Todd and Chance, and they're like, man, how you get up there? Todd was like, how you get up there, man? I said, hey, they funking, man. That's what we do. We funk.
Yes, absolutely, man. Yeah,
Shelby J says it's 2 a.m. where she's at, but Shelby J wanted to give you some love. She's in the chat room here.
Shelby,
that's all right.
What's up, girl?
She calls later than anybody. She gets on here like right at her bedtime all the time.
Yeah, she's over still in Paris, I think. Still.
Okay, right on.
Yeah. So what was it? Was it just a jam session with you guys when you were playing at Bunkers, or was
it was Dr. Mambo's combo?
It was Mambo's combo?
Yeah. Dr. Mambo was even there.
Yeah, right.
On guitar.
I got you. He probably got fired shortly after that.
Yeah, not long after.
Yeah, not long. Yes. But I mean, he was God bless Tim Emerson, man. Because he brought all them people together, because they would have never got organized without him. And when we lost him, we never did anything to compensate for his loss.
So let me ask this, because I'm not, obviously being in Atlanta, I didn't get an opportunity to kind of go up to Minneapolis a whole bunch. And I don't really know the whole background story on Dr. Mambo's combo. So there was an actual Dr. Mambo, and he's gone, but they still retained the name. What is, I mean,
for a while, they thought Billy Franze was Dr. Mambo. Then they thought I was Dr. Mambo. And then David Island kept saying, no, I'm Dr. What is he said? No, this is Dr. Sambo's Jambo. And then Doug said, it's Dr. Mambo's compost. Like we were such a self deprecating group of cats. Like really, the meanness was kind of just like we tried to keep like cats who couldn't really hang like off the stage, But sometimes you got to let somebody come up,
Hey, I've seen Sonny throw people off stage.
Yeah. Listen, Bean and Sonny almost threw John Mayer off the stage one night. He got up there doing his best Stanley Jordan. That all the that stuff. And Jelly Bean, I'm like, you got a dude who's 8'12" in Zubas laughing at you in your face. And Sonny kept looking at his cable like he was gonna pull it out of the amp.
Wow.
I mean, Chris, I came up around some raw cats, man.
Yeah.
We take it serious up this way. And Mike was a welcome addition. As soon as he got to town, man.
Y'all had the Hornheads, man. You had G Sharp. And y'all were like the baddest band I had ever seen in my life. And I was like, I got to get up here with these cats. To play something.
Wow, and it is pretty much a revered group. I mean, it's still a revered group. I mean, it's when people play, they come from miles around to see it.
Holding court
they come from other countries all the time. Mm-hmm. Hey, didn't y'all drop the doctor part? It's just Mambo's combo, right?
No, it was at some point we let it go and started calling it the legendary combo. But then at some point, because I think that there might have been some tax oriented. Like we need to get away from that name because there might be some taxes connected to it. We didn't want to, You know how it is.
Yeah. That'll happen.
So we had to pivot, and let's call it the legendary combo. But then later, after the commotion died down, I was like, "Hey, we're still Dr. Mambo's combo. Let's bring the name back.
Bring the name
Come
back.
on now." You know?
Yeah.
So that's
Wow. Steve Raitt out front.
Yeah, Bonnie Raitt's brother was an incredible sound guy that used to run sound at Bunkers.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow. So this is when you first came into Minneapolis and
92.
Now you came in with Jam and Lewis.
No, well,
not right.
I came with a band from DC called Radiant doing the Marriott circuit, and that was the first leg of them doing the all the Marriotts in the country.
Oh yeah, right on, man.
And the most of the band was from DC. But there were some Minnesota natives also. Mark Stewart and Kevin Walker were from DC, along with me and the lead singer with Radiant. And we had Todd Burrell and Chance Howard.
That's right. But hey, let me ask you something. Isn't Kevin's from Baltimore though, right?
Yes, Kevin's from BMO.
All right. Okay, because I remember him talking about Baltimore more than DC.
Yeah. Well, you know, when you in the DC Metro, Virginia, Maryland,
everybody's in.
Yeah, it's all DC Metro.
All right.
But you know, the cats from Baltimore, they on a whole nother tip. They on a whole nother level. They on a whole nother level. You know, Chambers, Kevin Walker, all them cats. Great Warrior.
Right. Yeah, Kevin had a little thing on him, man. Like, you better not try to talk to him in a dark alley somewhere. Like, he might fix you real good. You know.
That's my dude.
He had a little thing. No, I liked him, and he was a great player. He played the Padula, right?
Yeah.
He had that Padula bass. Yeah, I like how Kevin played, man. He played nice.
We still had that band with Kirk Johnson, Funky Ballheads.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was 92 when I came in there, Chris.
All right.
Wow.
I was there with Radiant. We did the Marriott for a couple of months, and that thing fell apart for reasons I don't need to state. And the rest of the band was like, "Oh, we going back to DC." And I'm like, "Man, Combo is here, Mint Condition is here, the Sounds of Blackness is here, Jam and Lewis are here. Prince,
I'm gonna get in somewhere."
I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I stayed in Minneapolis and found some little dive hotel and was burying my food in the snow.
Smart.
And playing with Walter Chancellor and some other people, and just working my way up the food chain in the Minneapolis circuit. It was just too much going on to leave to go back to DC, because you know, go-go music and Chuck Brown were about as far as you could get in the. Not knocking DC Metro, I'm just saying.
Yeah, come on, man.
I wanted to expand beyond that.
Come on, Rare Essence. Come on.
Run,
Joe. Come on, Chuck. Run, Joe.
Chuck Brown made the blueprint.
Yes. EU. Trouble Funk.
Yes.
Nobody's going to put down Chocolate City here.
No. Not
gonna happen.
Chuck was the originator. So I started in the Minneapolis in 92, started jumping in with any band I could. Matter of fact, Fine Line, Michael, you remember, was still jumping off.
Yeah.
Fine Line was still popular. And then at Bunkers, there was also the Stud Brothers, besides the combo. I think y'all were pulling in the biggest door at that time.
Probably.
And when Dave went out with Janet, Stud Brothers started auditioning for a guitar player.
Oh, that's right. Dave Berry was playing with
Dave Berry went with Janet.
And then
I got that Stud Brothers gig, and Mick and them introduced me as the integrator.
Yes.
But that fortunately opened up a bunch of other doors, including a lot of help from J.D. Steele with the Steels, because he was playing at Fine Line a lot, so I would sit in with him. And then also I got with Wayne McFarland and Ipso Facto.
Yes.
So
it's like every couple of months I saw you with somebody else. I remember that, man.
Dude, I was trying to work my way through the ranks. Whoever, and then I got with Bobby Van Dale, and he had that Thursday thing at Bunkers with
the TC Jammers, right?
TC Jammers.
Yes.
And then I started playing with Sounds of Blackness.
I remember that too.
Me to, they were being produced by Jam and Lewis at the time. So one thing led to another. I got to be the house session guy at Flight.
Yeah, man.
And then I got that call to come and play with Prince one Wednesday. Kirk Johnson called me and said, man, you want to come and jam with Prince tonight? Thursday. And I had a Thursday gig with Bobby Vandale. I was like, man.
You said, Bobby, I can't make it.
Yeah, I know. I told Kirk I couldn't make it. I said, what about tomorrow? And Kirk was like, there is no tomorrow, bro. This is
boy.
So it's like, it was like seven. It was like 7. You can't, Mike, you can't find a sub for a
not a good one. No.
So I finally, once I was loading my gear, I realized the huge mistake I was about to make. And I called Bobby and said, man, I can't make it tonight. And he's like, oh, Mike, don't do this to me. The whole,
Yes.
I went out and jammed with Prince on that Wednesday or Thursday. And I was, the first gig was Bryant Gumbel that Sunday or Monday, where Prince was dressed as Bryant for his farewell. That was my first Prince gig.
At the beginning of the following week?
Yep, that where he came out dressed as Bryant, had his hair.
Yes, the Today Show.
Yeah, Today Show. Yeah, that was Bryant Gumbel's farewell party, and that was my first Prince gig.
Wow,
Scott, man, yes.
And, wait, here's the killer though. So we were all getting ready to go on stage, and I'd only been in the band 3-4 days. I didn't have any, the kind of wardrobe you guys wear. So we're standing there about to walk out, and I'm standing there in my regular clothes that I had, best I could come up with, and there was a coat hanging there, and he said, Mike, put that coat on. And then he told Bonnie, who was the wardrobe lady, she said, go get Mike one of those Godfather hats. So I put somebody's trench coat on, and the Godfather hat. He said he looks like a Baptist church reverend, and the whole band laughed. Morris and everybody laughed, and he said Reverend Scott, and there it was.
Yep, that's it. That's how it happened.
There it was.
Yes, man.
And so the next gig, my second gig, was in my hometown, DC, bro.
Yeah, you went home a winner, man. Yes.
Yeah, the next gig was hometown. That was a proud day. That was a proud day.
Did you invite the boys to the show? And you go, oh, I'm going to be in town. Why don't you come check me out?
Dude, I didn't even realize I was really in the band yet. It was like standing next to SpaceX, and it just blasted off, and it hooked onto your belt.
Yeah, right.
And you still on the outside trying to get in.
Wait a minute, who? I said lunch, not launch.
Yeah, because I was at rehearsal with Kirk. When Kirk invited me to that rehearsal jam that evening, I was on a plane with them 2 days later.
Yes.
Going to New York to do that Today Show. And then next thing I knew, I was on a tour bus going to DC. And we had never discussed, he never said you're in the band. So after we did the night before the DC gig, or the night of the DC gig, I saw him on the bus and I said, sir, we never discussed business. And he told Aaron, he said, he said, Aaron, cut Mike a check. And when he gave me the check, I said, am I supposed to pay the whole band with this? And boy, he almost fell out his chair laughing. He said, Aaron, he just asked me, is he supposed to pay the band? Because I had never made that much money. I really thought I was supposed to pay the band. I thought he gave me the money to split it with Kirk and Morris.
Yeah.
Wow.
I understand.
Because he never said you're in the band. We never discussed it. So so the rest is the history,
That's what I learned about. That's what I really learned from hanging around Prince. Like, don't wait. Make up your mind what you want to do and get to it, Like, he didn't even stop to discuss whether you were the ramifications of being a member. He's like, you funky, no problems, you're in. He didn't need to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, how did Prince hear about you? I mean, obviously this call didn't come out of nowhere. He must have been doing some type of research. How did he know about you?
Well, you know what? I can't testify to that as a fact, but Michael will also tell you he would pop through bunkers at any point. They clear that corner out over there, Michael, and the buzz would be that Prince is on his way in. And he did pop through a couple of the Stud Brothers nights when I was playing with Stud Brothers. And so, but all I know is Kirk called me and said, "Hey man, you want to come jam with Prince tonight?" And Cat Dyson and Rhonda Smith were in the band at the time. Kirk was on. and Morris on keys.
That's just now when he came to at that point you're working with Jam and Lewis, kind of doing session work and stuff. Was there any type of talk, like, I'm not saying did you have to like ask permission, I mean, but just out of courtesy, did you have to say anything about that?
Never, but there was one occasion where Jimmy wanted to use one of Prince's guitar lines, and he actually called Prince while I was sitting there and asked him if he mind if he asked Prince could he use the line, and I think Prince said no, and he said okay, and Jimmy said okay, so just play it, but play it just a little bit different. Yes. And we laid the same, the Prince lick, but I just embellished it, made it just slightly enough different where he didn't have to. We wouldn't be seeing him in court.
Yes, you don't want to see Prince in court.
But that's the only time he ever called him about anything.
Wow.
So when he comes and asks, or when Kirk comes and asks, if you want to come over, do you have to say anything to Jam and Lewis, like, hey, I'm about to go over here and work for Prince?
No contracts or anything like that. I came and do a session with when Billy Stills was with the Sounds of Blackness, when I started playing with Sounds was still in the studio with Big Jim and Ann Nesby and all those, when they had that Grammy Award winning album and they needed guitar on something. So I came and did guitar, and that just led to Jam and Lewis was like, okay, wow, okay, well, hey, we need you in Studio B. And when you get done in there, we need you in Studio A to come lay this. And then when you get done with Studio A, go over to Studio C. And so I was coming every night almost being like, I was like the house session guitarist. So I would go from Studio A to Studio B to Studio C, and they would have Destiny's Child, Lionel, Beyonce, not Beyonce, it was Destiny. They were doing everything that was on the radio. Like 10 out of 20 songs played on the radio I was on from playing with Jam and Lewis at that time, because they were mainstream producing through the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I was just jumping from studio to studio. Jimmy would call me or Terry would call me and be like, can you come in after your gig tonight and lay something? And then whatever I came to record, I'd end up doing at least 2 or 3 other sessions while I was there. So it was just, it was a blessing from God. The timing it was all meant to be. The whole, the DC band, they buried leaving with Janet, the audition with the Stud Brothers, coming up, Michael in the combo, playing with the Steels, playing with Sounds of Blackness, playing with Ipso Facto. It all led to the top of the heap, which was eventually getting the Prince. And Kirk and I had a couple of bands. He had the Kaj.
The Kaj Orchestra. With Kathleen.
Exactly.
The first time I think I actually saw you at Paisley, you were rehearsing with them, like on the sound stage maybe, or in Studio C.
Yeah,
you guys were in C.
Even before the Prince thing, Levi was doing something with Mavis Staples, and he had me play guitar on that, and we were doing that at Paisley. But Prince and I never really encountered until that night when Kirk invited me out. That was the only time that we got to play together. Oh, he did play at I was playing with Kaj at Glam Slam one time, and he came over and asked me could he play, and he came out at the end of the set, Mike. He took my guitar and threw it in the air, and it was rock and roll as a bitch. And he took a solo, and he took my guitar off and flung it with the volume wide open, and I had my back to the audience, and I just saw everybody's face. I saw everybody's face with it.
Sorry, Bootsy.
And I heard that big, after his solo. And then I walked out on stage. They were like, man, he just threw your guitar. I thought it was rock and roll.
Well, that's what he did to Kirk with the Roots. With the Roots, he did the same thing. He threw his guitar, and that was like a really.
It was a vintage, rare guitar, but mine was an Epiphone and didn't have a freaking scratch. Kirk called me and said, "Hey, a man will know if you need to replace your guitar or repair it. It didn't have a scratch on it." Everybody in the audience was doing Macaulay Culkin.
Oh man!
Wow, man, that's crazy.
That's hilarious. Now wait a minute. Well, so you can answer the question for me because I thought you played the wah-wah guitar on 18 and over. That ain't you?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, man. Well then, well, wait a minute. When did that happen?
That was 96 or 97.
No, it couldn't have been. That was a remix of Come, 18 and older.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, I didn't get in with NPG to 96.
Well, here one of us has got early onset.
What? Hey, what's it say on the? I know one of y'all can pull it up.
Come came out in 1993.
No, I'm talking about 18 and over.
Yeah, okay. 18 and over happened in. Hold on, I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up now. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the exact date because
96 or 97.
Yeah, because that was that actually didn't drop until Crystal Ball, which was 98, but it was recorded. But it was recorded. I was trying to look. Sometimes they put the recording dates on here. They don't have any recording dates. Yeah,
all right, it's me.
Oh no! What? No! Hold on now. They did some tracking for that song in 1994. And also there was a Madhouse version that did in 95, but this song is 18 and over. It's been around since 94.
Okay.
But didn't release until 98.
Okay. So if it released in 98, he must have just added that guitar because Hans Buff did the session and it was 97 or I know like I said, I didn't come on board to 96. And
okay, but I saw you. When was that? I saw you playing with a band at the Hyatt Regency Center.
Yeah, we were doing a tribute to you guys. That was with Kirk.
Yes, and me and Morris and Tommy and Sonny came because it was like the Black Music Awards or something.
Well, let me tell you what happened because I see you don't remember.
All right.
Kaj opened and we played a song. Then they started giving y'all some awards or something. And Sonny asked me to go to the bar with them. And I kept saying, man, I got to get back. He said, oh, man, you got 2-3 beers later. I came back in and I had missed damn near the whole set. I had to run up on stage and they had about another minute left because Kirk had put together this amazing MPG medley tribute to you guys.
Okay.
I missed the whole damn thing sitting at the bar with Sonny.
Well, who was playing guitar there? Was anybody?
Nobody.
Nobody
at all.
All right. You know, I don't remember because you know what? The thing that happened that night that messed me up for the rest of my life was watching Alexander O'Neal. His band was hitting some hits, some bat, some of those, like where somebody should be dancing or doing some choreography or something, but he was just doing this with his hands. Bit.
He's still doing that.
And what was messed up is they had the spotlight going right over our table. So I know we were sitting there, you know, laughing like, you know, our shoulders was going up and down like a bunch of, you know, chimpanzees eating some grapes. We're just, and the lights right over us, man. It was, man.
Yeah, I came down to sit with y'all for a second after Kaj took a break. And that's what Sonny said, come on, man, let's go to the bar. And,
well, now you know after, you know. And there began a relationship that continues to this day. You and Sonny?
Hey, I always tell people, I've told some people that you said to me when we were in Italy with Georgia, and Chris, Michael said, Mike Scott, I see you speak Sonny T.
I said, you speak Sonny T?
Yeah, he said, I see you speak Sonny T.
Yeah,
me and Sonny was hanging a lot and drinking a lot, you know.
Y'all were just going out and partying, and I was just like, man.
Oh my gosh,
you cats, man.
Well,
it's all right.
You know, there's been you know, you've done a lot of touring. When you look at it, I mean, not just only with Prince, but I mean, I think about all the people that you've been in cahoots with, Justin Timberlake and Rihanna and Alicia Keys and Timberland and all that. Who is probably the most organized out of like all those tours, and like nothing disrespectful, but like where everything seemed to be all planned out, like it was the most organized out of all the tours that you've been on?
Well, I would have to say Justin has a really big organization to move around, and in the 3 tours I deal with him, Future Sex,
Man in the Woods,
whatever it was, and something with the 2020 or something. They were huge, massive, like 40 tour buses and 37 semi trucks, and they were huge, massive world tours, and it always moved along, and like they would be 2-year tours. So as far as organization, I'd have to give it to Timberlake and his crew that handled everything. His tours always, everything seemed, that's a lot. It's like herding cattle. Michael can attest that. I'm sure, Chris, you know what I'm saying. Just wrangling a band for a rehearsal is like herding cattle. There's always one that won't come in, and you got to go get them and reel them in. And then when you go get that one, 2 or 3 other ones have vanished. So keeping a big tour like that in order is not an easy task. So I would have to say Timberlake had it. His crew, his people that were keeping the shoes tied were doing a great job.
Yeah, and you look around, and Mike Scott and Sonny T are at the bar.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's all right. Exactly. Kirk was so hot with Kirk was, because we worked really hard on that medley he put together in honor of you guys. It was a nice medley, but if it's Prince music, what's the main instrument you need? You need guitar. Yeah. So I really I fucked the pooch on that, and I kept telling Sonny I gotta get back. He's oh man, they be all right. No, give us a couple more. Give us a couple more. Yeah, right. Yeah, you got a little time. Let's have one more. You got a little time. Yeah. Look, me and Sonny have sat in airports and going to Italy, and he'd be like, "Oh man, we have one more bit." And they're like, "Mike Scott, Sonny T, the plane doors about
the plane is about to leave without you.
Doors closing. Mike Scott, Sonny T. We sitting at the bar having one more."
Oh my
That's
God.
All right. Sonny is a blast to tour with, man.
Hey, Sonny, God only made one.
But you gotta keep your eye on, as you found out, you gotta keep your eye on the clock. Yeah.
Hey, but it don't matter, because Sonny T gonna be the baddest motherfucker every day. He gonna come, he gonna bring it late, on time, whatever. That's right. He gonna bring it.
Stop that plane. Stop that plane. Now, wait a minute. I have a question, because was Johnny Wright managing Justin at that time, or was that?
He still is. Yeah, the 3 tours I did with Justin, Johnny was there, and he's still currently managing Justin. Yeah.
See, when me and Tommy and Sonny did the Nick Jonas thing, Johnny was his manager also.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
And it was bringing in like what's her name? I can't remember the girl's name, but all these different artists from Hollywood Records and so on and so forth. Demi Lovato would come around, like we were in the studio, and I like passed his laptop, and Miley Cyrus is just like on his screen. She's writing something, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that world is a different world. But what I was gonna say is that if you have a manager like Johnny Wright, you got to be the type of artist who does what he says.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the only reason
I didn't mean to cut you off. Johnny's a great manager, and I worked with him. I was with Justin 16, 17 years, something. I don't know, maybe 18. But Johnny was always at the helm of managing Justin's career, and and he also had his hands in many other very successful artist careers. So he's great at what he does.
Yes, but what I was going to say is the only reason Prince, his situation wasn't more organized or on that level is because he didn't like having somebody give his routine to him.
Yeah.
He wanted to have the flexibility of saying yay or nay, or Prince wanted to do it Prince way.
Yeah.
He didn't really want to do it anybody else's way.
Yeah.
And that would be the only reason I could see that things were perhaps less efficient. I mean, we made it through, but Prince, working for Prince, it's like you're constantly getting thrown, debris and whatever, you got the ball, run with it. Everything's so kind of spontaneous and sort of, you can't relax in an environment like that.
No, you can't relax. But the thing that I walked away, Michael, and I know that you and the rest of the cats will agree with me. We all walked away. We came in as these great musicians, and we left as amazing musicians because our ass cheeks were so tight, right. And because you knew if you made a mistake, you'd get that you just got fined $1,000, and so
yes,
it pushed you to be the best musician you could be.
Yes, but then you get into other environments where people don't have the same discipline, and then it's like, wow, okay, I'm overqualified for this.
Yeah.
It tests your patience. Yeah. I'll be honest about this right now because it's all over, and I love the dude. I went on tour with Maxwell. He was so nice to me, man. I mean, I really had those people really gave me a lot of respect, and it was, that tour was flawless. Went off without a hitch. Alan Leeds was the tour manager, so I was around some familiar faces and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, what I found, that was the most time I ever spent in LA working with those people who were out there.
Okay.
And the work ethic is different.
It's different.
And I don't know if that's because there's always the beach, or there's always, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a different attitude. I don't know what it's like where you're from, but the fact that you fit in here tells me that the East Coast is the same way. Like, you gotta do it, man. You gotta be on it. You gotta be kind of not self-promoting, but you have to stay active in there's got to be stuff for you to do to stay engaged in your craft. Yeah. And in LA, it's like, it ain't really like that. It
ain't like that. It's a little more laid back.
It's and I'm like, we had 3.5 weeks to put the show together and get out on the road. And during the first week of rehearsal, I saw some people had come to be like 8 o'clock, and I see them like visibly looking at their watch, like, "Hey man, you gonna call it?" Like, I got I got somewhere to be. And I'm like, man, I would have never looked at my watch in front of Prince.
Wow, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because it ain't about that, man.
No, it ain't about that.
Not
it's
to
about,
us.
It's about getting it done. It's about getting the work done.
You stay until it's right. You don't stay until, oh, my girl's gonna be mad because your girl should already understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And its place in your life and her place. So either you have not communicated correctly, or you just.
I definitely get you though on that work ethic. It's definitely different. It's different, and I agree with you. Cats in if I could say this without getting ridiculed, cats in Minneapolis, they do bring it, man. Y'all had a whole different mentality when I came there in the 90s, and it was the pace and the work ethic and the music. And I think it was just a blessing for me because the timing for me, I came with what I had and poured it into a cup with what y'all had, and it got me where I am today. And I think that's what even got me to the top of the food chain, which was Prince, is because I tried to combine the two elements. I combined what I had and what I learned from cats, playing on cats like you and Sonny and Wayne and just Doug and all these funky Stevie Children. All them cats were just on a Franze, man. Oh my God. Franze's one of the baddest freaking guitar players I've ever heard in my life.
I mean,
just
that's half the reason.
Underrated. So underrated.
Yeah. I mean, when he passed during COVID and then the band went back to work at Bunkers, I was like, I can't, man. I can't be down there at Bunkers on that drum riser, looking in that corner, for Billy's ghost. I can't be doing that, man.
I know that's right.
It just, there are other reasons, but that was a big deal to me, man. It's like, I can't. I don't even want to go there.
I heard that, man. I used to come every Sunday to see y'all and see Franze.
Yes. Me too, in a way. I was coming to see Billy. But the thing is that Billy and I were more than just like friends on the stage. Like we go to the movies, man. We go get lunch. We, you know, for some reason, I mean, he was 20 years older than me, but there was a space that we could occupy and share and communicate, man.
Yeah.
That was not just music, but I mean, some would argue that music is life, but you know, we had a connection that was not based on whether we were working together or not. So
right.
It was more than just a dude that I saw once a week. Like, this is somebody who spoke life into me and I spoke life into them. And we had a real, you know, I mean, he had a huge heart. He loved a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I loved him, you know. I love him.
Cool. That's cool.
Man.
Sorry, we drifted off into that tangent.
No, this is
right,
what
man.
it's all about. This is what it's all about. This is our show. This is what we do. We are music heads first. And it's all about just reliving these moments and just making sure that they're captured and documented.
I mean, not only that, Prince loved Billy. Billy was the only musician I never saw Prince actually correct. And I knew Billy was playing the wrong stuff. And Prince, that's all right, Billy. And he started laughing. That's all right. He said, you and Billy world. That's all right.
Dude, did you ever go see him at McKenzie's doing that organ drum thing he was doing?
Oh, yeah, man. I started that gig with those dudes, and I was like, I can't hang. I don't play straight ahead. They're like, you'll be fine. Just play some time back there. And then there was a week I couldn't make it. And I said, I can't, I'm going to be out of town. They said, it's all right, man. We'll call Eric. They called Eric Gravatt. I don't know if either of you guys know who Eric Gravatt is, but
I know the name.
He was one of the baddest drummers of all time, and he was working at Stillwater Prison. I don't think he was a guard, but he worked at the prison doing something. And he had retired from music, and that gig brought him back. You know?
Wow.
And I said, listen, Eric can have I don't want that gig. I said, put Eric on it so I can come down and watch. So that's what happened. I would go there every week and watch Eric that was yes. I was like,
and Franze would be playing some shit that I have never, ever heard anybody play. He's doing like 2-part harmonies on guitar, and he's singing some dissonant third harmony. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you doing that?
Yes, I remember he used to do that from time to time. But I mean, it just the thing is, his dude was George Benson. Like, Billy was really into George, because George he could play bop, but Billy said, but he's funky. He could play funky. You know, he's like, nobody else really plays funky like that. He really was into, and I was on a session with George Benson at Studio B in Paisley in 1995, and I saw Billy walk in with his 335 to get it autographed. You know, and Benson stopped. I was out on the drums, you know, out in the performance area, but I could see what was going on in the control room. And Billy walked in there, and George, hey, how you doing? Oh yeah, I haven't seen. Oh man, you got one of. You know, he was like playing it, and Billy is just, you know, did we lose Mike?
Okay,
we got you back.
Okay,
anyway, sorry. But here's what's funny is later on that week, I saw Prince do the same thing. He walked in there with his Gibson guitar, and the same thing happened. Only he looked out in the room where I was at. He didn't know I was on the session, and Prince he ice grilled me, man, like. You in here cutting with George Benson? Man. I'm like, what do you want? It's in your building. You're getting paid, man. I mean, come on. Right. We ain't doing nothing this week. I can't cut with George Benson.
Hell no. And he has that signed Benson signature guitar. I took it home for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And see, the thing is,
you took George Benson's.
Man, bring that guitar back. He's looking for it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Wait, who took it home? You took that home?
Yeah, I took that Benson home because he wasn't playing it. It was just sitting in the studio.
And I always wanted one. He said, you want to bring that George Benson?
Takumi's like, man, bring that guitar back, man.
Yes. Yeah, man. But you know what? That particular session, I thought about that a lot, because I thought, like, why is Prince upset? wasn't really upset, but it was just like, you know what it is, man? And that's the reason why we always played so much with him, because his only opportunity to really stretch out was when we were around. Like, he couldn't just hang out. He might have wanted to hang at the session and see what's going on. But you're Prince. You can't do that. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
And also, and then he starts probably thinking to himself, well, what does that look like? You know? Like, is that okay for me to do that? You know what I mean? But I think really when they talk about the trappings of success, I really think that was a barrier that he didn't plan for. That he's a superstar, but he's a real player. You know how it is, Mike.
Yeah.
And real players want to communicate.
And thing happened when you say the same thing happened with Steve I? When Steve came and jammed with you and Sonny, and Prince didn't even come. He didn't even come on the stage to play with him.
Yeah, I think that might have been about like maybe he had a special guest over, but that didn't stop me and Sonny. Sonny said, "Hey man," he said, "Steve I just pulled his tour bus into the parking lot." I said, "All right, man, I'll be there." And I live about 13 minutes from Paisley, man. I got out there so quick, and we waited for Prince, and then Sonny was like, F it. And got on stage, we start funking, and Steve I heard
that was the baddest shit ever, man.
Oh man, Prince never came down, but we got it on videotape. Sonny's got a copy somewhere.
Yeah, we need to see that. I need to see that.
Yes. Oh man. I mean, it was at one point you see Sonny just kind of turn like, oh, you in my domain now, man. And Sonny start like funking like hard funk.
What is the timeline of this? What's the timeline of this?
1995, maybe.
Yeah, it was like 95.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there, heard about it, but then Prince played Frisco in 96 or 97, and Steve I came to the show, and he was so giddy. He was like a little kid. He came over to me, he said, because I went over to introduce myself, and he's like, man, can you introduce me to Prince? I said, no, I can't. I said, just go over and say hi to him. I said, he's cool, man. And he's like, oh, I can't, man. I can't. And he finally worked up the nerve to go introduce himself. And then he came back. He was just like, he was like a little, he's like, man. He was so happy.
Oh my God. And
then that G3 was playing the next day. And he said, man, come to the show. Come see us play. So it was Fripp, Satriani, Vi, and Kenny Wayne Shepherd.
Wow.
And then I'm sitting out of the audience with Cat and Rhonda, and somebody hit me with a flashlight, and it was I came over into the edge of this row, and then he said, Steve, why don't you come up and play? I was like, what? So they took a break, intermission, and when they came back on, he called me out. I'm standing between Vi on one side, Satriani on the other side, and Fripp and Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and my knees were shaking. We did 3 songs, and we just traded blues licks. But I swear that the earth could have stopped spinning, and everybody fell off, and I'd have been smiling the whole way.
That's crazy.
I was in heaven that day.
Yeah. How'd you do? Oh,
hey, Mike will tell you, how do we do? We do what we do. We do what God bless us to do.
Is that recorded?
Steve had it. Steve did have it, and he sent it to me years ago, and God knows what I did with it.
Your snake ate it is what happened.
Found it somewhere.
Your pet snake swallowed it, and
yeah, it was a G3, and it was just I guess in every city they invite somebody from the audience up. And I was the guest that night. And
Mike held his own, I'm sure of it. Here's what Mike did. Man. Mike played some stuff that none of those dudes know how to get to. I know what Mike did.
Yeah.
Mike did what I used to do. You get a bunch of these chopped dudes coming at you, and I come in with the funk. I'm like, okay, man, I'm that's nice and everything, all that trickery and whatnot. But if you don't have
yeah. And to accent what Mike just said, when everybody going that one lane, you go ahead step in that other lane do that other thing. Ain't no need you doing the same thing they doing to try to do it better. You just go ahead and do that other thing that they're not doing.
Yep.
And that'll still get you that trophy at the end of Apollo.
Yeah.
I
Were
mean,
you old heads to know that?
Yeah, and I can see that too, because
Apollo.
I could see that because each one of you, the first time I saw Steve Vai, he was playing with David Lee Roth. I think it was a Skyscraper tour. That was the first time I had even heard of him.
Yeah.
And then, but he has that very technical rock feel. You got Kenny Wayne Shepherd, who is always going to have that Southern fried thing. So yeah, I could see everybody kind of sticking in their lane and doing their thing. And
Fripp was doing his thing. He had a lot of delay and stuff. And Satch, Satch is a beast in his own right. He did what he did. But I was only there for Steve Vai, man. That Passions and Warfare album was
absolutely out. Oh man. Yeah,
and his set.
We should have him on the show.
Dude, he note for note did every goddamn solo on that record, and it was amazing.
Man, well, and the reason why I was asking the timeline, it was because obviously that's a very rock heavy scenario, and arguably one of Prince's rockier releases came shortly after that in the form of Chaos and Disorder.
Well, yes. Could
that have been like maybe a little bit of a spark? Maybe is like he's kind of watching you guys kind of rock out, do your thing, and I mean that timeline is pretty close.
Yeah, it might have been the two things actually might have coincided a bit, because when we recorded the song Chaos and Disorder, it was just, I think it was just me and Sonny and Prince. We had, I mean, I think even the original, we re-recorded Endorphin Machine for the Gold Experience, and we re-recorded Shush also. But those songs had sort of surfaced and had been around for a hot minute before they actually got officially released. I guess that would have been kind of around the time. Yeah, I suppose, but I'm not sure. I mean,
well, the reason why I say that, the other parallel is that the rock part that you guys were doing was you and Sonny and Vi, and it's you and Sonny and Prince. It's like there's a couple of different parallels that are happening there. But
okay,
you're kind of saying that the power trio thing that Michael and Sonny and Prince had may have been, the idea may have been inspired by what he did with.
That's what you're asking. No, the power trio. The new power trio started in late '93.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
And it was just Tommy and Morris both went out of town for Christmas, and me and Sonny didn't. And Prince got bored after about 2 or 3 days, and finally got the nerve up to call me and say, "Are you bored?" I said, "Yeah, I could do something, man. I'm not really doing much." He said, "Will you call Sonny and see if you guys can't come out to Paisley?" That's literally how it happened. Well, Prince is. He said, he's like, legally, I got to give you the holiday off, but I could direct the band with a turkey drumstick in my hand. Who's in? And no, Prince. I'm sorry, man. I got to go to my wife's parents' house for Thanksgiving. He'd rather play. Yeah.
I was trying to look at some of the stuff I had on here about you know what? Let's take a little video break here just for a second. I want to take a little 50. Right. Let's take a 50-second video break. Let's enjoy this for a second.
Yeah, we can go here.
the old pimp video.
Oh,
well, I gotta ask this because in that little segment, I've seen like a lot of different clips from that tour.
Yeah,
and it all rotated around the old pimp. But he always switched up the lines and switched up what he would say to you. I mean, there'd be a couple lines that were the same, but was there anything that he ever said when he came out that just made you just laugh on side? It was like every night, just you never.
Oh, it all made me laugh. Sometimes one time he asked me how many kids I had. And
did you
then
stop
he
and start
had
counting?
the wardrobe lady. He would always have her put these crazy socks on me with the stocking ankle holder thing.
Yeah, the old man
got to where he would pull my pants leg up to
and
show
him the
that I had that
suspenders.
old 1940s, 1930s sock holder.
Yeah,
and some kind of crazy colorful sock. You know, it got a little like they one of them. He said, "What gang you with?" And he said, "Cool in the gang."
Cool in the gang.
What gang you with, son? He said, "Cool in the gang." Yeah,
Yeah,
so he would make me laugh with that crap all the time.
Man, that's just got to be so much fun. And I know that he went to you with a lot of different, he went with a lot of different artists depending on what he needed. I mean, I know he went with you when he needed a certain sound on the drums, but Mike, what do you think the sound was that he was? Obviously, everybody can see just that clean funk in the pocket. But when you look at some of the songs that he's featured you on, like, La 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 Means I Love You, 18 and Over, The War, Beautiful Strange. I mean, there's like certain things that, why do you think he kept calling you? I mean, obviously you're a talented musician, but what was that thing that he needed, that you think he needed from you?
That's an interesting question. Well, Prince would always tell me a lot. He'd say, I play guitar,
Right. Yeah.
Mike, I play guitar. Like, I don't need you, but he did one time. He got me with a trick question. He said, "Man, I got this song, and I took a distortion solo on it. It's a ballad." And he said, "I'm gonna take another solo." He said, "Should I do a clean or distortion solo?" I said, "Since you already took distortion solo, take a clean solo, maybe." He said, "Yeah, exactly." He said, "So don't never take a distortion solo behind me when I take a distortion solo." He said, "When I step on the pedal, you stay clean."
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, if it's any consolation,
I had to be really shimmering clean, like glass.
Yeah.
And funky, just clean and funky.
Yeah. I think what you had was what your predecessors also had, which is that. I mean, Miko's stroke, man, so tight. Levi,
funky, tight and funky.
Oh, you one of the tribe. That's what it was. You were another in a short line of just bad dudes.
Hey, Miko,
who could play that? Yeah,
the list goes on.
There's
Levi
a few of y'all
taught me so much about the funky pocket stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
When I started doing the Mavis thing with him, and then the MPG things where we've done the dual guitar. Levi just was a funk master.
Yep, he's got the vocabulary. And all you guys got a different flavor, But the thing you have in common is just that once the stroke is in, the stroke is in. Like, y'all keep time with yourself, and not every player has that. You know what I mean?
Well, the most important thing, Chris, to answer your question you asked is, I think what gave me success with Prince is that if he gave me a part, he would always tell us, play your part, don't play a note extra. And if he did want an extra note or more, if he'd say, Mike, do some of those things you do, I would add in, but I would always make sure I played that part. And if him and I were playing together, when he put that guitar down, he wanted to hear that funk as if he was still playing. So if you understood that, it made our communication musically easy.
Yeah.
As Michael knows, Prince is one of the funkiest cats in the world. He's like one of the 5 funkiest dudes in the world on guitar.
1 of 5.
If he put that guitar down and there's another guitar player, that funk best to continue. That dead monkey stank better still be illuminating in the room.
And that's why.
Even though he's not holding that guitar.
That's right. And that's why I always say anybody who hung had to be bad. You know what I mean? It's like if if you got to actually stick around for a couple years, you on a different level, you know?
Yeah, I've heard about that too, that hesitancy too that you're talking about, as far as him putting down the guitar and you being able to understand what he's doing and to kind of, in a little bit of a way, read his mind and not be hesitant. Because I've heard plenty of recordings of rehearsal sessions where somebody was supposed to sing a part and didn't, they backed away, or they kind of backed away, and he's like, you got to commit. When it happens, commit, be in it, and be ready to go. And that video was a perfect example of that. When everything stopped except for you, and you having to sit and play just in this arena, and it's just you, there's nobody else playing. That takes that's courage, man. That takes a lot, and you're in it too, and dancing and doing everything else. I mean, that's talent.
Not only that, you keep in time with yourself. You got to ignore the audience clapping all messed up.
You got to ignore
all
that.
You can't listen too hard to what Prince is saying. He's touching you, and you can't let.
You got to focus and you got to, like he used to always say, and I still tell some of these young cats, when you're playing with a band, stay in your lane, play your part.
Yes.
Do not deviate from your part. Because he used to always tell us, just play the part. And he said, when I play it back to y'all, you can see how funky it is. Don't care how boring. If your part is just doom boom, doom doom doom.
That's right.
Doom doom. When you hear it with the band, it's funky as hell.
That's
and
right.
If you add one or two many notes, it's just you taking away from the funk. You just got to stay in your lane and play the part. And that's that clip you just played, that's all it required, was me to play that part and keep the time.
Well, yeah, pretty much. If Country or Chank didn't play it, I mean, all those, that James Brown band, that like the legendary group with what's his name, Chank Kellum, like Chank and Country, the two guitar brothers, one of them, and the other two,
Yep. And they stayed.
They didn't do any. They stayed right where they were at, no matter what happened.
Yep.
Yes, that's the blueprint for it. Really,
that's the blueprint for it.
I heard a quote from you, Mike, in Guitar Player magazine, and you were talking about solos or something, and Prince said something to the effect of, "Man, all those notes don't mean nothing because it doesn't translate into arenas. You can play 100 notes and I can play one high note and everybody will be screaming and nobody will remember what you even did."
That's what he said. He said he would kick my ass. He said, "I'll kick your ass holding a high note." And when I first got in the band, I came from we in high school we listened to Return to Forever and we listened to Schofield and Mike Stern and Scott Henderson. We listened to all of that fusion stuff. So playing all that intricate, theory, really intelligent playing is what I bought in when I got with Prince. But he taught me that in arena, that stuff doesn't translate. He said most times, he's like all those fast licks, by the time it reaches the audience, it just sounds like just a mess. So he said, watch me do high note, and I'm gonna have them screaming, and I'm gonna high note fall to my knees, and they all gonna lose their minds. And I learned that watching him do that, and that's what he said to me one day. He said, "Man, you playing all those fast licks, and I'll kick your ass holding one high note. I'll hold one note, kick your ass."
Yes,
and
but
it's absolutely true, and I learned that from him.
But that was only because it was him. Not everybody's going to do that.
Yeah.
He could do that on his stage in his with his music.
He hit that one high note and do that thing. And he'd hold that high note, and you could just see the audience just want to faint.
Yeah, no, he could make them melt. It's his court. It's a home court. You got the advantage.
Home court. Yep, it's his court. So I did say that, and I think Guitar Player wrote it wrong, and we had to correct it because I think they wrote it in the article. They said Prince said he'd kick your ass if you play too many notes. I had to call my guy back and
hey, bro.
Jude I said, Jude, that's not what I said. I said he said he could kick my ass with one note. He didn't say you play all those notes again, I'll kick your ass. That's not what he said. So they had to recant and reprint that.
Well, that's all right.
There you go. As long as they fixed it. And just to kind of let folks know, I see all your questions. I've been starring them. So matter of fact, if you want to get to
we're an hour in, let's get to it, man. Yeah,
that's good. Dan Gilliam said, what song is that? I think he's referring to when we were talking about Jam and Lewis, and we were talking about how he contacted Prince to ask if they could use the guitar part.
Oh,
remember what song that was?
What song was it? Jeez. You know what? I really don't remember, but it had a classic Prince lick in it from one of his hits. And Jimmy wanted to use the actual Prince lick. I think he had already sampled it or something. But when they asked Prince, could they use it? And he said no. He just had me replay it and change a couple of notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I really have to sleep on that to try to remember what it was. Because I ain't want to get in no trouble, but you know.
No.
He explained. He said, "Hey, man, you're not playing it exactly like Prince played it. You're playing. You're altering it, so it's not. It should be fine."
This is not a question. It's actually a statement from The Real Russell. Says, I have a Mike Scott story. It was a Jam of the Year tour in 97 and an after show at Club Dinosaurs in Laurel, Maryland, right after the Baltimore show. I gave my music demo to Mike Scott to give to Prince, but Mike instantly stated, Prince ain't going to take a demo, but I'll kick it to Jam and Lewis. He just wanted to say I was very appreciative of him being so cool for even speaking with me about it. Thanks, Mike Scott, for being the cool dude you are.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I do remember that. I remember that night. I remember talking to you about that instance. Yeah. But yeah. You know, it's interesting, and Michael can co-sign on this. Cats ask you to do stuff like that all the time, and it's give my tape to anybody. Give somebody, anybody. It's just the politics of it and the machine of it. It's just not that simple.
Well, listen, this is what I mean. I'll admit it. And I won't tell you who else was involved in it, but we used to take those demos all the time. If we heard anything we thought was cool, we'd give it to Prince. Yeah. But it'd have to pass the tour bus test first.
Oh yeah.
And then we would open that emergency door in the on the bus, and
frisbee that mug right off of there.
Oh man, yeah. If it wasn't working, then somebody gave us some dude gave us a demo of a song called like Benjamin Clownface or something like that, and we put a CD in the back the back cabin of the bus, and it was like, and somebody hit the eject button and roll that window open. You know?
Oh my God!
Guess what? Y'all must have got that from Prince because my dear and your dear friend John Blackwell he did a solo CD. And he told me he was in the limo with Andy Allo and Prince, and he put his CD in. Andy put it in, and he said, Prince said, "Oh man, let me see that. Let me see that CD." And he rolled that window down and frisbee that joint right out the window.
John Black. Oh my God!
And John's little heart was just broken, you know. But
you
know that was the thing. Yeah. So Chris, to answer your question, to answer that guy's question, I didn't know Prince well enough to say, hey, take a listen to this. You know, I was a little too new to do that. He would have probably just hurled it out the window without even, he probably wouldn't even take it. I used to bring him guitars that people would bring, like they'd be outside, be like, I made this guitar for Prince. Can you give it to him? And I'd look at it and I'd be like, oh, this is awesome. So yeah, I'll take it into him. I would bring it in there and he'd be like, man, get that out of here. He said, don't you take it. He said, I don't even want to see it. He said, I don't even want it. He said, just take it, throw it in the trash or give it back. And he said, don't you keep it either.
Don't you keep it either. I don't want to see it again.
Like, okay. So I couldn't only imagine trying to give him some music from someone. I wasn't there yet.
Listen, Prince was so peculiar, man, in the way he could be like a butthole, you know? And like I saw Peter Gabriel sitting outside of his dressing room at Wembley Arena. Peter Gabriel sitting there. The same night Paul McCartney was there, Kate Bush, George Michael was in the front row that night.
What?
I see Peter Gabriel sitting on a chair outside Prince's dressing room. I pass him. Hey, man, great to meet you. I mean, I'm a real fan of your work, so on and so forth. I head to the dressing room. I come back. Peter Gabriel is still sitting there. I go out into the house to, you like to talk to the fans before the show and whatnot. I come back and he's finally gone, right? Like, he's not sitting out there anymore. So I figured him and Prince probably talked. So I get called into Prince's dressing room for something. He wanted to change something. And I asked him after he told me, Prince has got his curling iron out. He's sitting in front of all that makeup set up, and he says, tonight when I do this, instead of doing this, do that. I said, okay. I said, did you talk to Peter Gabriel? He started laughing. And then he said, about what? All right, okay.
All right.
And I just said, uh-huh.
Oh my God, dude.
Okay, all right, I'll see you out there.
Yeah. So
I guess it's,
giving them an unsigned artist music. It just, Christy, just depended on what night. Michael would co-sign on that too. You could talk to Prince about something one night and it's cool, and then 2 nights later he cursed you out about it.
I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing that up?
I were at Tower Records one time, and Jimi Hendrix, they had a new Jimi Hendrix release. He's like, Mike, let's get the CD and listen to it in the limo. We got it, popped it in the limo, and then another album came out later, and I got it. I said, hey, Prince, here's a new CD, another release by Hendrix. He said, Hendrix is a junkie. I don't listen to Hendrix. And I was like, wait, okay, all right.
Right, exactly.
I listen to Hendrix. I was like,
we were just listening to Hendrix, right?
Yeah.
Look at Mr. Christopher perplexed.
Well,
bring that other twin back.
Right. So here's the thing: is that I feel some sort of way about the Peter Gabriel shading. First off, because I love Peter Gabriel, he's a mastermind. But then on the other part, other part of that, I do the dichotomy of how he's one way one time, and I mean. He did it all through his music. The internet is dead. Oh, let me start MPG Music Club. Let me, it's like, I get it. I get it. It's just, I mean, actually, I don't get it, but
it's a classic Gemini trait, and I hope they don't start a firestorm with that. But
no, you won't. Not here.
They're called twins for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why. I would fold my arms and just sit behind the drums and wait for him to come into rehearsal. I didn't know who was going to show up.
You didn't know who was going to show up.
That's right. And I try to explain that to people. I'm like, you're talking about somebody who, I mean, if I'm going to be honest about it, I think most musicians that I know are on the spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we all got little ways and whatnot,
Yeah. Mike, there's somebody else that you've Mike Scott, there's somebody else that you worked with that's a little bit like that. What about this show that you were on, P. Diddy's Star Maker?
Oh,
I didn't know you were on that.
Yeah.
Whoa. What was that?
Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what you may have seen here in the makings. What was your involvement in Star Maker and working with P. Diddy?
I was working with I was with the band that was backing the artists. and my encounters with Diddy were, I don't think we ever even said, he wasn't there during most of the taping. He didn't start being on camera until towards the last couple of episodes. So I didn't get to encounter him much.
I see you, Mr. Christopher. You about to say you trying to hold it back, man. I know what you want to say. Let's keep it clean there.
I didn't you know what? It's funny. You mentioned that show, and I completely forgot that it was Diddy's show. That's how little I saw him.
Well, here's the reason why I'm laughing. First off, I'm laughing because I know the Funkatopians that have been around for many, many years know that I was going to do some shit like this. But the second part of this is that his show, P. Diddy's Star Maker, is on a couple of your bios, Mike. And I was wondering online, and I was wondering, have you considered maybe moving it off?
Wow.
and then filling it with something else.
Wow. You know what? You just mentioning that Star Maker, my management's over here saying duly noted. Management / wife. Now she mentioned it because you know what, that period, I completely forgot about it. And he was hardly ever there. And hey, note to management, and management is over there doing thumbs up. It'll be gone tomorrow. Might be gone later tonight.
This is what it means to be somebody like us, though. We've lived lifetime after lifetime.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
We've given our lives to this thing, and there's so much that we've done. People are always bringing up stuff to me. I don't remember a lot.
Don't remember, yeah,
because you're so busy being in the moment and being expressive. It's like the rest of it, Yeah, it's like I hardly ever listen to records that I played on, because all I'll do is criticize my own playing.
Right.
And another thing that you should know about me and Mike Scott is that we're both Pisces also.
And my wife, Rachel.
Yes. So we feel a certain kind of way about each other. A certain energy.
Hand gestures. Yeah, so and you're right about that. I'm the same way, Mike. I don't even think I watched that Star Maker anything. I completely forgot about that, man. And and we lived a million lives and done a million things. People have asked me, they're like, man, you remember that time you played 1980, 98, you played it? I'm like,
nope.
I don't remember. I said, I just go wherever the tour bus is pointing, and I get off the bus, go in the hotel, get back in the bus, go to the gig, get back on the bus, go to the next city. And it's just, you go do the job. I don't know where we were last night. I'm just here to get this job done as best I can.
The object is to get home in one piece with your check. That's it.
No, I didn't go to the toilet paper holder museum in your town. I didn't even realize.
Hey, listen, Nick Jonas tried to get me to go to the White House, and I said, bro, I'm taking my day off proper. In
your room.
Yes.
Ordering room service.
I don't sightsee. I'll tell you what I did do, though. I went to lunch with Jeff Lee Johnson while I was in Philly. I did do that one time.
Both of you have worked with him.
Jeff Lee, God rest his soul, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bad dude.
Yeah, but more than that,
Michael, you have called me 2 or 3 times to do sub gigs for Jeff, and I was like, I'm wearing flip flops. Jeff is wearing cowboy boots.
I understand.
Not only he's big shoes to fill.
He's an alien. He's an alien. He was
an
alien.
Flip-flop, bro.
And he did a certain thing that he did. Yeah. But I mean, all I was looking for is solid communication. And you and we hear music the same kind of way.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the way you speak about it, I say the same thing. I was talking to another guitar player somewhat recently about that. Another disciplinarian who was like, don't add nothing. Play what it is, man. Them extra little chinks and whatnot. You know how, it gets good to cats. And they want to just add a little. It's like, don't do that. No, play it for what it is, man.
Oh, yeah, because, the worst example I have is I played with this guitar player who shall remain nameless. And the part was like, a fat skin, and he was doing that skin. I'm like, when you're playing with a drummer and a band, you don't need to do all that extra, all that extra rhythm.
Yeah.
All that.
That's too much time spent. That's time spent alone practicing. That's somebody who spends too much time alone practicing.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to adjust when it comes time to play with a rhythm section.
Yeah.
It's always less. It's less than you think. Yeah.
Man, we let's grab a couple more questions.
Okay.
Greg Brown. Oh, okay. He asked, "Is that Sonny that plays the two notes in the Undertaker?" Yes, that's
Sonny going doo doo.
Yeah, that's him. Franklin Rush says, "Hey Mike, when it comes to learning new songs for live shows, was Prince more of a tyrant when it came to rehearsals when you were there?"
It was more so a discipline. Like, he would show us something once, and if he didn't play it for a year, you better play it like he showed it to you yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know if Michael can co-sign on this one too, but if he showed us something, he would always tell us he'd always say, "I'm the only genius here. Either write it down, chart it out, or record it." And if he didn't if he showed you that lick tonight and he didn't call that song till a year from now, you better pull it out like you just played it yesterday.
Oh yeah.
So the discipline, he wasn't a tyrant, but you already knew what your job requirement was.
Yes, he had that thing that people don't understand is that for us who would seek out to work with somebody like that, we already know, we have a sense that this is serious business, and that, like, any gig that ever really mattered to me, I learned all the music.
Yeah.
No matter when I went on tour with Paul Westerberg, I went to Electric Fetus and I bought every Replacements record and all of his solo records.
And you learned everything.
I learned everything. That's the school that we come from, is be thorough, because you don't know what's coming. I think
that's the school we come from.
Yes, exactly. I think Foley, you know Foley McCreary at all?
Yeah, Foley was out with us for a while.
Yeah, okay. Foley told me that he was on, like, he was playing with Lenny White. And one of the songs he wasn't quite clear on, I think he said it was him. And he said Lenny, he said Lenny looked at the musical director and said, "That gentleman," he pointed at him, "that gentleman doesn't know my music."
Oh,
like that kind of thing. Jeff Lee said that same thing happened to him when he was playing with Aretha Franklin. He said the MD told him to play some other stuff on, like, Chain of Fools, and he was like, "No, man, it goes like this." And the dude was like, "Man, just follow my lead." And, he talked Jeff Lee into a situation where Aretha was like, "This gentleman doesn't know my material. What is
wow.
this?" And he said, "Man, I didn't even say nothing. I just started packing my guitar." And this dude's over here like, "Wait a minute, man, wait a minute." He's like, "No, you wait a minute, man. I know how this music goes. Don't be telling me nothing like that, man." It's serious business to us, man.
It is serious business. Even when Michael has invited me to do gigs with him, like y'all did Brothers, that time that you had me come out, I just went on and learned everything. I didn't want Michael to have to tell me anything. And I think the only thing you had to say to me was we were doing Bambi or something, and Prince used to do this obscure harmony, and you told me to not do that harmony. Other than that, I didn't want you to have to say anything to me about.
And that's why I call you, Mike. When I call you, like, I need somebody who's going to come and be ready. And and you ended up, fortunately or unfortunately, you had to use a lot of that you learned just to keep the gig moving. I remember that.
But you know what? It's been helpful, Mike. It's been helpful, and Chris has been helpful. The ethic, the work ethic that Prince held us to, it still carries on in any band we play. My wife, I'll be doing a gig with some band at some dive club, and I'm sitting up at 2 a.m. still working on the material, and my wife's like, "Wow, you got it. You got that material. Go to bed."
Yeah.
I'm still trying to make sure I have it 110% perfect.
Yeah. It's your life, man.
That's the school we come from.
Yes.
It's just amazing to me. I keep on looking over, like, a lot of your discography and some of the things that you've sat in on, and it's just, I mean, it's truly is an honor to have you on here, man, because and you're still going at it. You've doing something right now with Liv Warfield, aren't you? Or is that?
Oh
done?
yeah. Liv has a power band with me and Sonny, Brandon Commodore, and Tommy Barbarella, and it's called Wow. We call it, and it's Live Warfield and Wow, and it's and we're just letting it like I describe it as pouring some water on a flat table, and it goes wherever it goes. Because Mike, Sonny gonna do what he do, Tommy gonna do what he do, and Brandon is from that same school you from.
Oh yeah,
and Liv and me, and when it comes together, it's like pouring some water on the table. It just becomes some living, rolling across the table thing, and wherever it goes, that's where we all go.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, you've seen some of that stuff, Chris?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have. And there was something else that I stumbled upon that I never heard of. And this is probably going to freak some people out because I don't think you can get this album anymore. It's a guy by the name of Seven, and he's got an album called Home.
Oh,
and I never heard of this. I had never heard of this, but I happened to, I'll let you guys, you folks in the chat room, I'll let you absorb that album cover for a second, because I'm going to take it down and I want to share who is on this friggin' album, which I've never heard of this. This is on Discogs. I'll try to make it as big as I can, but it has got so many people on this album, including yourself, but Rasan Patterson's on vocals, on Keith Crouch is on here. You're on here. Matt Fink is on this album.
Jubu, Eric Leeds.
Yeah. I mean, it's just insane. I've never even heard of this guy at all. Can you tell me about this album? I ordered it, by the way. James Poyser, he's from The Roots.
Right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was an artist I got introduced to by the management I was with at that time. And he was out of, I want to say Holland. No. Where's Chris Rudiman from? Chris is from, anyway, from Switzerland. That's where he's from. Yeah. A producer in Switzerland was managing this guy. And that producer was also a promoter who used to bring the sounds of blackness to Switzerland. And so that's how I got hooked up with Seven. He's a great singer, great songwriter. I don't even know what happened with him. I think I did a couple of albums with him, maybe.
There's Sheila E. Fink.
There's
so many
he was
people
a big, huge Prince influence.
Obviously.
Band. And that was the point of him using so many Minneapolis musicians to get that Prince influence in his music. Really good album, actually.
Yeah, if you look this up on Discogs for anybody that's interested, I actually went on eBay and found a copy of it. But there's a bunch of copies on Discogs. I ordered it because I was really curious, because obviously when you have a lineup like that, it's like, okay, I got to see
what is that.
Yeah,
I got to see what this is. I do have to ask you, this is a Prince related question, obviously, but you are listed on New Power Soul, but there is no credit on a specific song on here. And even if you go to Prince Vault and you try to look to see exactly what you were involved in on New Power Soul, even they don't know. Do you remember what you were on or what you performed on this album?
Well, before I try to figure that out, let me just tell you, and I'm sure you and Michael have discussed this before, we would rehearse, 6 days a week with Prince, 5 days a week. And if you were walking at the end of the rehearsal, if you were walking out, he'd say, Mike, I'm in Studio 8. And then he'd throw some track on, and you got anything on this? And then you play something, and you wouldn't even know what the hell it was. And as soon as you're done, thank you. And you got the hell out of the studio. At least that's what my experience was.
Yeah, he kicked you out.
And then maybe I'd hear the album a month or two later, and I'd be like, "Oh, is that what? Oh, okay." So, what's the songs on that album you're talking about? Name
all right. Mad Sex, Until You're in My Arms Again, When You Love Somebody, Shooby Doo, Push It Up, Freaks on This Side, Come On, The One, Funky Music, and New Power Soul.
Yeah, I could be on a number of those.
Nobody seems to know.
like I said, if you walk by the studio and he asked you to come in, at least my experience, I would play on stuff like
Michael
18
said
and
that
over.
before.
It had everything there, but sometimes it would just be music, and he'd tell me to just play something, and then I'd hear it or it'd be released a month or so later, and I'd be like, oh wow, is that the song I played on? Because you know, you couldn't ask no questions. You couldn't say, hey, what's the name of this song? What's this one? You know,
couldn't ask nothing. Yep. They couldn't ask any questions.
Michael, you have told that story before. And I've asked you about. You remember playing that song and doing that album, and you were like, nope.
Yeah, but I said we go in and cut, and you didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know, you know, it was going to be on the radio in a week.
I mean,
exactly.
And we talked about 18 and over. We just talked about that. There was 94 or 95 that it was recorded and it didn't come out till like 5 years later.
Yeah, it was like that. You didn't know what was for what, who this was for, who that was for. He might utter something here or there, you know, but he didn't talk that loud most of the time anyway. So you had to really be paying attention.
Oh, yeah, and don't ask him what he said. You forget it. If you didn't hear it when he said it as he's walking away from you.
Huh? What was that?
I would always ask Hans, what did he say? What? He'd walk out the room. Oh my God, I need you to.
Right.
What? Excuse me, sir. What did you say? And then he was doing the symbol thing then, so you couldn't get him to turn around because you couldn't.
Like, hey, Prince. You can't even call him that.
He'd say something and walk out the room and
hey, bro. Hey, man.
And me and Morris and Cat and Ron would be like, what did he say? Me, Morris, Cat and Ron and Kirk. What did he say? Nobody knew what he said to do. We didn't know.
Wow.
But you couldn't say, hey, Prince, wait, what'd you say, Prince?
What'd you say? What was that?
He was doing this symbol thing, and you just had to wait till he made eye contact with you. Hey.
Yeah, that's it. You had to wait till he was looking in your direction and go, hey, if you know, but yeah. So
if you called him Prince, he'd just keep walking.
Man, you know what? For the first little while, I thought it was really, in my mind, I was like, oh, that's clever. He's going to change his name to an unpronounceable symbol so that Warner Brothers can't hold him to his Prince contract. He's not Prince no more. That's what I really thought it was like, you know, that's what he was doing. Like it was a, you know, like it was a move. Like a move. And for some reason, I called him Prince in Studio C one day. He said, don't ever call me that name. He said, when you call me that name, it's like you cussing at me.
Wow.
And I said, oh, okay. I didn't know it was that heavy.
Yeah.
Like, okay. All right, man.
Yeah, he'd be 2 feet away from you, and you couldn't. If he's not facing you, he's just not even. What do you say? Excuse me, sir. And then he'd just walk away.
Like, you know, like the restaurant. Yes, sir. Can I get? Yeah, right.
I believe it.
That dude,
I need salt, pepper. Hey,
extra rolls, nachos,
sir.
And you know what though, Chris? With all of that, we all agree we missed that dude. He left us way too soon, man.
Oh, absolutely. That's without question. But wait a minute. Now we've had Mike on for a hot minute. I know he wants to get on with the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, because my ass is falling asleep.
Yes, but I do want to touch one subject before you go, because the people have long debated whether or not Paisley Park was bugged, like whether the phones were bugged, whether any of those rooms, like did Prince. Now I'm setting you up because you're the only person I know who actually heard evidence. Like you actually heard, like me and Sonny and Morris, like didn't you tell me that Prince like had some of that?
Had some of the recordings.
What, was y'all talking?
Oh yeah.
No, it wasn't me telling you that.
Okay.
I wouldn't doubt because I didn't know, man. We went I was at Paisley doing something with Morris earlier this year or last year, and we were in the front room, and Morris said, man, Mike, open that door right there. And I opened the door, and there's a little room right over top of the entrance of the front door. I never, ever knew that was there.
Yeah.
Did you know about that little room?
No, I've known for a while that there are private passages. There's like,
isn't there a shot? Isn't there like somebody took a photo of him up in the
catwalk?
Like, well, no, it was like up in that first foyer area when you first walk in. If you look up, there's like, and he's like up there in something. I can't remember.
Yeah,
what
there's a little something he had built where he could stand in the lobby, but you would not know he was up there. It was a little door, looked like a closet door.
Yeah.
When you open it, it had a little balcony, and he could just stand right over top of the lobby and hear and see anything going on there, unbeknownst to whoever was down there.
I think he also had a passageway into Studio A. I think he was able to do that in Studio A also.
Wow.
Like,
so what's that door that's Studio A? What's that door that's on the upper wall?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a door now. It's just sitting there on the wall. There's nothing. Obviously, something must have been there at some point in time. I don't know. It's just
in Studio
bizarre.
A. Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, if you think about it, you know, it's probably got all kind of little hidden.
Man, things. I could have sworn it was you. You said he had a tape, and we were just like on him like white on rice, and he was laughing at it. I thought that was you, Mike Scott. Maybe it wasn't you.
No.
Like, it was one day where he just like pissed everybody off, and we were somewhere. And we were just running him down. Yes. Maybe not. Okay, Mike, it's all right.
Yeah, there was so many instances with that cat, man. You just never know, man. I
got you.
He used to always say things and surprise you with things, and you would wonder how. Because one time we were at rehearsal, and he said, Mike, you must have eaten a bunch of peanuts last night because your belly's all big. And I did. I had eaten. I went home and bought some Southern. You know, in the South, they do boiled peanuts.
Yeah.
And it's not a thing they do in Minneapolis. So I had somebody send me some from Florida or something. And I ate boiled peanuts all night. And they make your belly big. And I was like, how would he have known I went home and ate boiled peanuts? I mean, no, there wouldn't have been no possible way he would have known. How could he have known that?
That's
no idea.
All right.
Well, just know that I'm here in the ATL. So if you ever need any boiled peanuts, just let me know. I can be your hookup.
What? Hey, bro, you know I live in Douglasville, right?
No, I didn't. Well, when you call me, it says it's coming from Minneapolis.
Oh, that's because I have kept my Minneapolis phone number, my Minneapolis license plate. I love Minneapolis. I still consider myself to be a resident of Minneapolis.
Yes, sir. You always welcome here. Yes.
But
yeah, I'm in Gwinnett.
They forced me to take my plates off. But yeah, me and my wife and my daughter live in Douglasville.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in Gwinnett County. I mean,
we're neighbors.
Yeah, I guess so. So you don't need me to send you boiled peanuts then.
Man, look, I play at Rendezvous on Thursdays. It's a hookah bar in Mableton with this drummer Justice Michael, who's Sonny Emery's nephew.
Okay, I bet he can play.
Yeah. We in there every Thursday, man, and we blowing the doors out of that joint, man.
I've been to a lot of shows in Mableton. All the good shows happen in Mableton. I have to go down that area to see any good shows.
I'm playing the Rendezvous on Thursday with the band. A great keyboard player, great bass player, great vocalist, and Justice Michael on drums. And if you running around Thursday, stop through Rendezvous.
Text me the address. I may drop in if I got to double check. We got school started now, so who knows what my daughter's doing.
know that
so before you go, I got a couple quick questions.
Mm-hmm.
First off, what do you do? Are you doing any production right now? Because I seem to recall that you had a company called, was it Face Down Productions? Is that what it was called? Face Value Productions. So is that still going?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm over working on an artist from Ethiopia right now, laying some tracks for this guy, and still work with a lot of cats doing full production, guitar tracks, bass tracks, keyboard, whatever the track needs, and you know, everybody's open to suggesting this. I'm working with this great rapper named David out of where's he at? He's out of Carolinas, but he's got a whole new thing coming up that he's coming out with. A lot of artists. I can sit here and name.
Yeah. Unix was one that I was remember.
I tell people, you paying, I'm playing. So I do production. I do guitar tracks. Why, you got some tracks need some guitar? Me and my
if
wife,
I do, I know who I'm calling.
Face Value Entertainment. My wife Rachel Scott, and
nice.
We still going full steam over here.
Yes,
all
sir.
Right. And last question: whatever happened with this? Kids Like It Breezy. Tell me about this best children's music album. I want to hear about this.
That's our daughter Aubrey.
Nice.
And Aubrey and I did some songs when she was about 4. And me and her mom, we've been writing songs for her, and did this. We ended up doing like an EP kind of record, and it got you know, in line for a Grammy. You know, we tried to distribute it ourselves, and it made a little traction. Made some noise. But she was 4 then, I believe, and Aubrey and I have done some other songs since then, since she's older. Nice. But you know, she's at that age. She's 10 now. She just turned 10, just turning 10.
She's in the other room writing a track right now.
Oh, yeah, she's in another room. She plays guitar, keys, sings. Nice. She plays little drums, and she's an actress, and she's in the new Happy Gilmore movie.
Really? She's in the movie?
Yeah,
right.
She's making some noise. But you know, she's at that age where we don't want to push her. We're trying to let her decide what she wants to do. Because you know, you both will agree the music industry is not what it used to be when me and Michael were younger cats.
No.
You know, Mike's younger than me, but the music industry has changed for both of us. It's it's a different beast now. It's not what it was. A record deal meant something when I was her age. A record deal, I don't know what a record deal is now.
It's so single driven right now. Because right now people can put their own music out on Spotify. They don't need labels anymore.
They don't need
unless
labels.
They want the major distribution, then they'll need some help. But to get out there, it's easy to get out there now. Sure. But I mean, it's a lot of noise. It's a lot of noise.
Well, Aubrey's she's still an amazing artist at all the things she does. But right now she's turning 10 and she's exploring. She's got her little fingers in so many different things. Her mom's got her acting in New York and in LA and here in Atlanta. So she's been in a lot of productions, but that Happy Gilmore just came out last week and she's got a few scenes in that. But and so we haven't been pressing her in the music as much as we were back then. But that's a great little album right there. And she's got a new song out that we released last year. So is it on that?
It's on this one.
Oh, it's on that one. Okay, yeah. So that's my daughter Aubrey. That's our daughter Aubrey.
Nice.
I'll keep your ear and eye open for her. She's gonna be doing something. She's gonna be doing something big one day. We're expecting.
There's a QR code. So go ahead. You guys get your phone out if you want to find out more, but there's a QR code right there. I'll give you 5 seconds to hit that QR code. There you go. All right.
Already plugging
you. Remember us little guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause to this incomparable legend right here, Mr. Mike Scott. Yeah, man.
It's good to see you, Mike. It's good to see you.
I really appreciate, Michael, you and Chris both inviting me on the show, and I was happy to participate, and thank you. And can I plug Paul Peterson?
Absolutely.
Coming up in Dakota.
Sure.
Yeah.
Minneapolis Funk All Stars are performing on August 29th with Paul Peterson at Dakota, and everybody's gonna be there. JP, Matt, Kirk Johnson. I think Odell's playing, maybe Jay, and myself and Paul, and it's gonna be a funky affair.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic, Paul, man. You gotta come by the house and eat some chicken wings with me sometime, man.
Oh, brother, you better have at least 40.
Man, I'll do it.
I mean,
Don't
no, I
threaten
mean
me, man.
40 for me and 40 for you.
Yo. Oh, you a chicken wing man? You a chicken wing man? All right.
Oh, yes, sir, bro. Little lemon pepper here.
Yes.
Lemon pepper and some blue cheese.
If you get into man, call me when you get to town, man. Well, I'll listen. Call me.
Oh, I'm going. Hey, bro. Do y'all still do the wing ding? I used to go to the wing ding every year playing with the Steels.
I never played the wing ding. I don't know if they still do it.
Hey, Chris, do you know what the wing ding is?
Not down. I mean, I've never heard of it.
It's all the wings. Everybody who sells wings in Minneapolis comes together in one room. The Steels will perform, and you could go around and sample all the wings.
Yeah, I don't know if they're still doing it.
Bro, look, I used to bring a brand new trash bag and some Ziplocs, and I would go to every place to sample some wings and fill those.
I do that too.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Ain't no shame in my ghetto.
For real, Mike. Let me know when you touch down, man. I would love to eat with you, man, and just talk about the things we can't discuss on public, space and whatnot, man.
There we go.
Yeah.
For sure.
We got a lot of catching up to do, brother. Yes.
See, Michael, you're gonna have to be jealous of me because I'm in driving distance to this man. So.
Well, okay. Well, bring him if you're going. Take him some wings. Bring him some chicken wings, man.
Hey,
some
guys,
buckhead wings. Buckhead wings.
Good talking to you both and all you Funkatopia fans. Thank you for tuning in and keep on listening. All right.
Absolutely, man. Appreciate you, Mike. God bless you, man.
Guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Later, man.
Thanks,
Love
Mike.
you.
See you soon, brother.
Later.
All right, that was the one and only Mike Scott.
Oh, I love that dude, Mike Scott.
Man.
Man.
That's this is the other part of this that I love. The other aspect of this, having you on the show, is that you align with a lot of the experiences that these artists have, and it's just, and to be able to kind of capture some of those memories that don't always come up on a normal type of show. See, I mean, I would have had, if you weren't here, I would have had, some of the standard things. There's some things that I didn't talk about, but that is the best part of this, is just being able to kind of geek out musically and just do your thing. It's so
okay.
good.
Well, yeah. I'm only hoping it's enough for the audience to engage, because some of it's a little inside baseball from time to time. But I try to stay in a relatable,
and I've already apologized to them about them. I tell these people every time they come in here, I'm saying, look, Michael and I, that's just what we do.
Yeah, we're a couple of music geeks.
Just like Mike Scott said, it's just like it's a rocket, it's SpaceX, and if your belt happens to catch on,
exactly,
you're along for the ride.
There was technically no reason why Prince should have been in a dive bar like Bunkers for any reason, but he came there on a night and saw me. It's we don't have control over these things. They just happen. I mean, if you're in tune with the voice inside, I feel like that's part of what carries you through. It's like I really feel like my steps were numbered, and ordered in a particular. When I look at it, I had it's much like Mike, so similar. I start playing in town. I won like a drum contest in 1986. That's how Bobby Vandell saw me play. Bobby was the drummer with the combo. Bobby was playing with Alexander O'Neill. Bobby had, I don't know if he had toured with Jesse or not, but I know he was in the video for like Be Your Man. I think I might have seen him in another one. But like without Bobby Vandell, I probably would have never met those people in the combo. Like, it really is who you know, man. It's crazy.
It's networking.
Yes,
everything is. You have to nowadays, because everything, and it's not just even musically, it's just in business and everything else. With the way that the world has changed and is changing and continues to change, this hands-off, remote working, all that stuff, it's ineffective in a lot of different things. And music is definitely one of them. Music has always been about networking and touching base and making sure you're making the proper connections, and same way with business and everything else. But yeah, the music industry is insanely changed right now. And even though you can get your music out pretty quickly on SoundCloud, if you're an artist and you're not on Spotify, it doesn't even make any sense. and I'm not telling you how to do it. I can tell you that it's not difficult to get on Spotify. So there's no reason why people shouldn't be hearing you. And if people haven't heard you, you're just being lazy and you're not doing the legwork, because it's a lot. There's a lot of noise out here. You got to keep on grinding and pushing, and it's tough, man.
You're right. And I was never very good at self-promotion. I was fortunate because the right people saw me. And it's a thing. And I don't know if it's that I fight against. I don't know if I'm railing against my own sort of not imposter syndrome necessarily, but it's like it's that thing of putting yourself out there. But it's like I know consciously, if you're not your own biggest cheerleader, then you can't expect anybody else to come along,
Well, it's just like you were saying with Prince. It's like if you wanted to get his attention, you had to wait when he wasn't in the moment to kind of look at you. And a lot of artists are like that, where they're just into the music and they're into the creative process, and they don't have time to go and do the marketing, and they need to have somebody else that's got that kind of that's got that kind of drive and focus, because it's a lot. Right. It's a lot. You either got to do that or you got to do the creative process, and it's just it's tough to do both, and it's a lot of work, man.
You got to really love it if you're gonna do. Somebody said their mom said to them that, like, I couldn't do it. Some musician that I know told me that their mom was like, I couldn't do what you do, and they asked their mom, how come? She said, there's so much disappointment involved. Like, there's just, if you're gonna be in music, there are disappointments around every corner, man. Like, you really have to fight to stay in it. Like, you've got to love it if you're gonna do anything with it. Yeah. You know that.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot. Yeah. I mean, even with what we're doing here with Funkatopia, man, it's just a lot of work. There's so many moving pieces, and it's just a lot. And there is something that you're working on. Let's go ahead and get some clarification and kind of see where we're at. Get the latest update on Revelation.
No.
Come on now. Let's do it.
You want to know the literal latest news?
Okay. Yeah. What's going on?
Okay. Literally, what happened? Well, what happened this afternoon was Odell texted me and said, Raphael Sadiq says he could hook us up in Paris. We can do a few shows. I'm like,
what?
Listen, wait a minute, man. I've had to gut the show to make room for the newer music. I only have half a show right now, and I'm building a new rig. I can't even think about going to Europe right now. We're barely going to try to squeeze these dates in before the end of the year. Just these Midwestern dates. We're still talking about Madison, Wisconsin. Chicago is pretty much a done deal. We'll make an official announcement soon. But we've been talking about going to Detroit. We've been talking about trying to cover the Midwest at least before we get into booking for 2026 and trying to see what we're going to do in the spring and summer. But I mean, I don't know how much I'm realizing. I bit off quite a chunk, man. If Raphael is talking about what's up, when are we going to get to work? Yeah,
that's kind of where
this is going.
Mike was talking about, where he was like, he got the call from Prince, and he had to say,
right,
all right, dude. I mean, because that's Raphael. I mean, not that you have any, you're not trying to go to that level with what you're doing here. This just,
we really were thinking a couple of comfortable dates a month was all we were going to really look for. But I mean, it's once you let the cat out of the bag, you can't control what's coming. And that's a case in point. That just happened today. I was like, what do you mean? How did Raphael Sadiq find out about this? Hey, man, I mean, you never know who's really interested, man. I don't take it for granted that people are going to want to come out and see this. But I mean, my responsibility is that if they do, if they should turn up, that they get the best show they've seen in a long time.
That's somebody I've been trying to get on the show for a long time. Raphael Sadiq.
Listen, I told Odell, I said, give him my number and my email address. I'll at least start talking about it. You know,
Yeah,
so if I get him on the horn, man, I'll try to see if he'll come on.
Oh, absolutely. I've been chasing Raphael for years. It's just
all right. I've met him.
every
He's a
single
nice guy. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had an opportunity to see him live a few times in Tony Tone in I've just seen him, and I've saw just about a few years ago. I think I actually posted a couple of tracks on the Funkatopia's YouTube channel when I was there watching that show. But yeah, huge fan. He's
Right
just
on,
amazing.
Man. I was
amazing.
actually I haven't talked to this dude, this drummer named Lamar Carter, who was playing with Raphael for at least a couple years. I lost touch with him, man, but really nice guy. He's a drummer from Nashville, great player. And I saw Levi playing with Raphael at a club called the Caboose here in Minneapolis, and my friend Lamar was on the drums that night, and I hadn't seen Levi in years, man. And I'm standing out in the audience with my black bibs on. He's on stage with black bibs. I'm just like, wow. Okay, this is kismet. I was supposed to be here tonight. And that's how I kind of got reacquainted with Levi, because he had left town. He had moved back out west, you know. But yeah, man, this music thing is crazy. It really is. You know, and I'm you know, I really don't want to disappoint people. So I'm staying focused on the work right now. And I'm glad that people are excited to see it, but I got something to prove here. So you know.
Yeah, it's been a lot of little interesting things that are popping up. Nothing really too much officially from the state. Okay. I know we've got they had talked about doing like super deluxe edition of a couple of different albums coming up. You know, obviously Parade, but nothing more new on that. There was a little bit of hubbub of this video that Lisa Coleman posted on her Instagram account, talking about that she found some cassettes in her attic. Here was a little video that she did. There's not any music or anything, but here's what she posted. It shows Splash, Emotional Pump, Neon Telephone. There's some Vanity 6 stuff. It looks like Witness, Lisa Coleman, Place in Heaven, Ballad of Dorothy Parker. Yes, there's a couple different, there's a bunch of different little cassettes and stuff that she found in the attic. And Questlove said, I'm on the way.
Well, all right, on. Somebody's got to go. Go ahead, Quest. Go get it, man. Go figure it out.
But don't sell them. Don't sell them because people get heat for selling those cassettes, man. People get.
I don't know why, man. I mean, really, it's like I don't know
what are you gonna do with them.
What's all the heat about? And somebody, I mean, everything has a price, you know, not even necessarily monetarily, but everything has a price. I mean, and what are you going to do with cassettes in this day and age? Even for the person owning them, it's like, well, what am I going to do?
You know? I know we had talked about when Fink sold all those cassettes.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have done that.
I'm not going to go into any of the details and stuff that I've heard.
Right.
But I know that he caught a lot of grief, especially from people from that era and whatnot. And I know that, you know, he was just like what we were saying. It's like, let's look at me. I've got all of this stuff that's behind me with the albums and CDs and whatever. If I walk out tonight and I get hit by a car, nobody in this house is going to know what to do with any of this stuff, man. That shit. I've got stuff that's autographed by books that are autographed by I've got Robbie Krieger's book from The Doors. I've got it's signed. It's signed by him. I've got albums that are signed here. Jesse Johnson stuff is signed. I've got all this stuff. If something happened to me, most of the shit would end up at Goodwill. And that's the reality of it. It's just like, so what is wrong with the process of
liquidating your assets
to people that want it and actually have been able to, you know, in some form or fashion, been able to put some type of monetary value on it, because what's going to happen when it's gone? It's just gone. It's just, it will end up somewhere or thrown away or discarded, and it might as well be in the hands of somebody who really, really, really wants it.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of people just don't feel that way. It's just,
I think what happened was Fink's kids said, "Do you want to take care of this now? Because if you leave it to us, we're just going to throw it in a dumpster somewhere." Like
something. I hope they wouldn't say that. They had to
along those lines. Like, we don't want to have to put up with this hassle when you're gone. Why don't you do this now? You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, again, it's like I said, if I were to do something like that, I definitely wouldn't have made it so public. But on the other hand, it's like, that's his property to do with what he wants. And unless you're going to offer him a fair price, then leave him alone. You know?
Yeah.
Frank never did nothing to Frank never did nothing to nobody, man.
Yeah,
he's actually of all the people in the Purple Empire, he's one of the most level-headed, really. That whole debacle over like the Revelation font and name and all that, Frank was the one person who had salient points to offer. By the time it started becoming an issue, my chest was already stuck out and I was already and I wish I had been in a more rational place at that time, because Fink was really like, listen, this is an easy thing to fix. He really could see all sides, And I called him the other night and I said, thank you for your sound counsel, because like you really were making sense, but I couldn't hear you at that moment, Yeah. And also along with your counsel saying, don't provoke people. That's not what you're after. We're not after provocation. We're after unification. So you helped also for me to like really consolidate my perspective and get off that male territorial, that thing that comes out when people start trying to tell you how to live your life and what to do. Sometimes you want to just say, no, get out of my face. I'll do it how I want, but that comes with its own price.
Yep.
And I'm like, you know what? Let me stay focused on what I'm really trying to accomplish here. I want all these platforms to converge. I want everybody to feel welcome. I'm going to invite everybody. I don't care who it is. Sheila, Wendy, Lisa, Mark, Bobby, Tasha Seville, Andy Allo, Apollonia, Brenda Bennett. I don't care. Come on, man. I want to show these people something they've never seen before.
Yeah, that's what needs to happen, because right now it's just, as far as Purple fans are concerned, as far as Prince fans are concerned, we're getting a lot of the same regurgitated stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just the same things. I'm not going to call out any bands. I'm not going to call out anything. That's not what this is.
We know what it is. We know what it is. Yeah.
You have to, especially if you're in a position of the estate, you have to be able to think about, all right, what haven't we done yet? What are the different angles that we can do to kind of make this a true spectacle? And the problem, I guess, my biggest thing is that with the amount of artists that have been touched and blessed, and the artists that were enamored with Prince and everything that he did. Mike Scott just got done telling the story about how Steve Vai was giddy to meet friggin' Prince. So you're telling me that if you put together a show that actually had a lot of artists, I mean, really well-known artists that just would be there just for the sake of being to show him homage and be able to put something together that people would actually come to see, not just the same band members that were in the band. We've done MPG, we've done The Time, we've done The Revolution, we've done it all. There's not much that hasn't been done. So for you to put together something like this, where you have something with The Revelation that's got yourself and Tommy Barbarella and Dr. Fink and Bobby G and Odell and his G Sharp, and it's all these people that are coming into the fray that bring different flavors from different eras and different pieces, and actually show it's a taste of everything. It's a taste of all the decades of all the eras.
Yes, absolutely.
All the different music too, because again, we talked about some of the stuff, some of the songs that you were planning for some of this, and it touches it touches the Wendy and Lisa solo stuff. It touches
we're serious.
Yes, it's totally different, and that's what the Prince fans needs. And I'm glad that this is coming out, and I'm glad that people are excited.
Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for I'm to see you, man, helping me push this thing. Much appreciated, man. I mean, I know you're my man, 50 grand and everything, man, but still, it's like you don't have to do it, but thank you for doing it.
And why wouldn't I? Because that is like it's what we want.
We all want the same thing. We want to see our favorite heroes in music all together working towards the same goal.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yes.
Man. Once again, another great night. I hope you guys had a fun time, man. It was incredible. We had a great time with Mike Scott. Do not forget next Tuesday. I'm sorry that we took last Tuesday off. We had to take a breather. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't feel like we took it off, really, to be totally honest. It just kind of
me neither. I was still all cranked up, like my mind was just racing, man.
But hey, that's what happens. But that's okay. Tonight we had the amazing Scott, and next Tuesday we're back again with Jesse Johnson's back.
Man.
Back.
Oh boy.
I will talk with him and see if he's willing to turn on the video this time. The past couple of times he's been on, he did not turn on the video. But I will talk with him and see if he'll do it. See, the thing about Jesse is he's a very private, he's definitely a shy person. Even though he talks a lot, he's still very, very shy. He likes to fiddle around on the guitar, and he doesn't want to focus on how do I look on camera. That's his thing. Yeah. He is an artist who is just in the zone, and he's telling stories as he's in the zone, and he just doesn't feel like that's the importance of doing an interview. Is just But
we'll take him however we can get him. We'll take him. Listen.
Yeah, man. So listen, it's gonna be great. He's back. He's coming back again right here in Funkatopia.
Come on back, Jesse.
Yeah, man. We'll see him next Tuesday. And I hope that you guys will be here. And also to let you guys know, on August 19th, we also have Alan Bolio, who's going to be here too. Prince's celebrated photographer, he's the one that was responsible for the photos of Dirty Mind and all the 1999 promo shots and all that stuff. Alan Bolio is going to be here on the 19th, but let's focus on 1 week at a time. Jesse Johnson next week. Yes, sir.
Can't wait.
Arlene says, are you ever going to wear a pink suit? But you see, I can't fit into that suit that I had before. I just
I thought you did a big crash diet recently. You still got to go down a few more.
Yeah, well, I was like a pencil back in those days. I mean, you're talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just like, that was a different world. Now, obviously, I can get a pink suit on Amazon. Maybe I might order something. I don't know. I just it's cliche. It was funny the first time. I'll figure something out. I'll come.
Yeah, you'll work it out, man. Yes,
I'll work it out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you had a good time. We will see you next week. I'm Mr. Christopher. This is Mr. Michael Bland, and we will see you next week, y'all.
That's right. Next week. Can't wait.
See ya.